Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Cone, and welcome back to Farlands or Bust. This is episode 704, and everything is completely normal. Just gonna fill in a hidey hole here, pick up a wolfie, and continue on west, where I will need a boat, because apparently we slept on the beach. And by apparently, I mean I totally know that we slept on the beach because I'm obviously the person that previously got us here. Right. Alright, episode 704 for your Sunday, September 9th, 2018. I'm really trying to play everything off as though everything is completely normal here. And I'm sure you will agree that everything is completely normal. Nothing is weird about this venture in Minecraft Beta 1.7.3 as we march our way to the Farlands, as well as raising money for direct relief, currently at $17,637, as well as 40 cents for direct relief of our $50,000 goal for the season. And only I can't steer boats. Wolfie, you're doing better at swimming than I am boating. Only when we raise $50,000 for direct relief will we press F3. Yes, there is still an F3 button on the keyboard, in case you were wondering. It is indeed still there. The temptation is strong, but not until we hit $50,000 will that be pressed, and we can find out what our progress is towards the Farlands. Boop. I totally know how to get out of boats. Okay, everything's fine. Everything's fine. Boat, come back. You really did do better swimming than I did boating. 704 episodes. Ever get nostalgic for those early episodes when I, Cone Dodger, of course, was the nervous and shy presenter of the show here? You ever just want to go back? Today's that day. Today is that day. As the Minecraft music plays, that I totally listen to all of the time and have never been the person that turns off the music in Minecraft. Not me. That would never be the case. I would never do such a thing. Hello, Lava. You just stay over there. Everything's fine. There's no pressure. No need to be, like, nervous about ruining records of safety here. Not that I would ever have some kind of safety restraint in a Minecraft series. No, that would certainly not be the case. But you could say that I do practice my Minecraft safety, so hopefully our journey here to the Farlands will continue to be as safe as it always has been. Hello, pumpkins. It is only noon and I am turned around. But we are still headed westward. Speaking of heading west, segue, I myself have been heading west, traveling over 3,000 miles to Washington to enjoy Pax West. That's actually a lie. I traveled 3,000 miles to Washington to briefly take a look at a thing that some people refer to as Pax West. More than anything, the journey... Hello! That was... Okay, you were very close. That was fine. Everything's fine. This is fine. Everything's fine. What was I saying? Oh, West, right. Pax West, previously? Yeah, I know, that's worth jumping over. Previously known as Pax Prime, did meet up with some Farlanders and maybe some members of another community that might be similar to the Farlanders, just vaguely reminiscent and slight overlap between the two. But just did spend one day basically walking through the PAX hall. There's too many people there. I kind of mentioned this after talking with one Kurt J. Mack, who is apparently a big fan of this series, and Calamity Jamie about PAX and how much I wish there was like a private PAX ticket where the shy people could buy tickets and tour the booths and whatnot without the thousands of people walking around. That would be fantastic. I would be really, really happy about that because the whole time that I'm there, I'm so focused on this tree that grew out of a stone. No, so focused on like just the swarms of people, and I have this issue where if there's more than like 5 people talking in an area, my brain tries to hear every single conversation at the same time. So when you multiply that by like 500, it's real bad. I can't focus on anything, and pretty much why I don't think the PAX environment is something for me. However, Florida man here was very excited about heading west because I have been in Florida for 25 plus years. I keep saying 25. I guess it's actually more than that now. It's kind of like how some people say that they're 30 for their entire life. I think I'm just gonna keep saying that it's been 25 years for the rest of my life now. 25 years of Florida is well more than enough Florida. So very excited to head west and see new scenery, maybe some epic mountains. Hey Minecraft, you want to like help me out here and show me some epic mountains or something? Nah? Okay, well, deserts are cool too. I still have to check off my checkbox seeing like tall cactuses. Like I want to see, you know the cactus I'm talking about with the arms. I'm totally raising my arms right now and presenting this cactus-like figure to you that you cannot see. But mountains and vaguely snow were two things that I definitely wanted to see, and today I did get to sort of check those off the list because I saw a very large mountain that I don't know the name of. Something with 4. It had 4 of something. Maybe 4 peaks? Sure, it was the 4 Peak Mountain. And it was a location of the ice caves. So, hello, spawner. I don't see you, so therefore, you do not exist to me. But you could definitely exist under... Okay, we're leaving. We're leaving. Keep it moving. But yeah, it's cool to check those off the list, and the whole adventure out here. I've been out in Washington for 12 days. Has been very awesome. Spending time with Farlanders and friends, and just absorbing a different lifestyle, sort of, to my own, as well as 3,000 miles of United States. Things tend to change a lot. I mean, a lot of the states are very similar. Hello, Wolfie. And as I've traveled, sometimes I'm more surprised at how similar the different states are to each other. But I think Washington definitely has had many of the biggest changes for me. I see a lot of different behaviors and like stores and whatnot. I'm not used to seeing more than 5 or 6 different brands of store per area. Hey, there's the mountains I was looking for. Versus here, there's just like, somebody wants to start a pet store. Okay, I'm gonna start a pet store. Versus where I'm at, it's like, okay, you wanna go to a pet store? I hope you enjoy these 2 companies because they're the only people that you will find with pet stores for 1,000 miles. So that's been cool. I like the mom and pop retail places. I need to make an elevated hidey hole. And I have to remember, could you sit, please? Thank you. Which way I'm supposed to face with this? I mean, I do this all of the time. I think that's one too high. Oh no. Sure, this is the way that I always do this and have done this for years. Uh-huh. That doesn't go there. That goes there. Okay. It's getting dark. Place the bed, take a snooze, and continue in the morning. Ugh. It's so bright out. All right, let's see. If I hurt on the way down, I done messed this up. Yep, sure did. See, this elevated hidey hole was just it's very proud of itself. And isn't that important? Isn't being proud of yourself important? Sure. You go, elevated hidey hole. You reach to the sky. Probably not, because you'll most likely never be seen again. So, yeah, just deal with that for eternity. Boat. Looks like we got more ocean to travel. Oh, it's actually getting icy. Trying to remember. I mean, because I do this all the time. Trying to remember what the deal is with wolves and ice. I think it has to be a lot of ice for that to be an issue, because they don't want to spawn. I think I'm just gonna swim this. They don't want to spawn on ice when it's a long stretch. But thankfully, Beta 173 doesn't have the problem that later versions of Adventure Update Minecraft had, where there was just biomes that would go forever. Which is still kind of a problem today. Sometimes the biomes just get a little overzealous, and it's like, okay, this mega taiga has been cool for the last hour of my travels. Why do I have... Oh, I have an overabundance of sticks and no coal. Leave more torches. Feels like I should be gathering some coal. Perhaps that is something I should do. Also, what is up with this wooden axe? Who carries around a wooden axe? Is that a thing that people do in Minecraft? I guess. You doing alright? Still hit it the right way? We sure are. Sure are. Let's see. We mentioned the Direct Relief charity goal, and with your charitable donations to Direct Relief that you can do on farlandsorbust.com, you can ask a question with your donation. And this question from Crumbelina is, do you enjoy swimming? I gotta be honest with you, swimming is one of my least favorite activities, and I don't really know where that stems from. Like, as a child of Florida, you would think, growing up near the ocean, rivers, creeks, constantly around the water, as well as having swimming pools and such to try and escape the heat, you would think swimming would be something that I would enjoy, but in fact I do not. There's just something about it that's like... I guess I was never much of a strong swimmer as a kid. I never had any, like, bad experiences, like, oh, I hate swimming because that one time that I jumped into the deep end of the pool and thought I was gonna drown. It's nothing quite that severe. It's more like that I just did never enjoy it. And I think some of that is that during, like, the camps, during summer and stuff like that, they would force the swimming activities upon you. And it was always like a lesson, I suppose. And that I never really enjoy. I get probably due to the socialness of it. Like, it's a group activity and you got people watching you and whatnot. And what if I don't swim right? Why are you walking away, Wolfie? It's fine. Just keep walking this way. Am I walking the wrong way? I turned around too many times. Who knows what I've done? I certainly not swimming. I mean, I wasn't a super athletic kid at all. I never did any hiking or running or anything like that. I was just kind of not really a couch potato. Like, I spent a lot of time outside biking a little bit, but yeah, not a lot of outdoorsiness, probably due to the Florida problem. I think if I lived somewhere that had cool nature and was cooler temperature wise, maybe that would have been different. But yeah, wasn't an outdoorsy. It was outdoorsy. Like, I was always outside, but not really like adventuring or swimming. And hello, spawner. Wolfie just dove into the spawner. Let's get him out of there. That's very nerve-wracking. Boop. Right? What time of the day is it? Noon. It is noon. This looks like it's going to be pretty easy. Do I have blocks? I have some dirt. I don't like that I hear skeletnas, as I think I have often called them. What you got under there? What you got? Wouldn't it be cool if there was something really cool in here? Like one piece of iron. I know these dungeons pretty well, and that is the only chest in there. I'm sure of it. I'm 100% confident, and totally not scared because I hear skeletons. Nuh-uh. That is not the case. You. Be standing. Oh, your tail is actually quite low. What happened to you? What have I done in previous episodes? Oh, that's a little better. But you got no more bones. I gotta find some pigs. This is serious business now. You're all sheep. Where the pigs at? I wish I had noticed that before. And remembered from the last time that I recorded a Fortlands Bust episode. Where are the pigs? Yes, I know. Your tail is low. That's probably one of the only wolf mechanics that has stayed true through the various updates to the wolf mechanics over the years. Is the tail showing health indicator. Tangent, is that the only case of that? I can't think of any other mobs that have ever had a health bar mechanic like that. I don't think the cats do it. And I don't think any of the hostile mobs have any visual representation of damage. You're very unique, Wolfie. You're so unique. I wonder why that is. I wonder why they instituted that mechanic for wolves, but then just nothing else. Like, there's more pets now. There's parrots, there's cats. There's more than that, I think. Oh, horses? Yeah, horses don't show damage, I don't think. I'm gonna get told that I'm totally wrong in the comments. That is interesting. What was I talking about? Swimming! I think that was it for swimming, really. Not much of a swimmer. Not much of a swimmer. Any other questions? Let's see. Landlubber. Oh, that is just... why didn't I set that up as a segue? Jeez. I messed that all up. Landlubber would like to know, on a scale of 1 to 10, how strict were your parents? That's a tough question. That's like... It's hard to judge the scale. Like, where is the scale here? Just versus parents that I've met? Versus parents of the entire world? Because I might not know every parent in the entire world. I gotta be honest with you. Ooh, this is dangerous. Splash? Ow! It does not work that way. I totally do that. I totally knew it didn't work that way. Wolfie, would you just spawn down here, please? Thank you. That was ideal. But yeah, like, how do you scale what a strict parent is. So yeah, I'm just gonna kind of go off of what I remember from my friends' parents, which I would say my parents would probably rate somewhere in like the 3 to 4 range. I don't know really why it ended up being this way, but I just feel like they never really had to be strict because myself and my brother were always usually pretty strict on ourselves. Like, something that they did in our upbringing made us not want to ever require like punishment or anything like that, or strictness. Maybe even sometimes to too much of a degree. Like, it's almost a hindrance at times. Like, it took a little bit more branching out in adulthood because of that constant desire to never need punishment. But on the plus side of that, like, never really had bad experiences of parents being too strict and having to abide by their rules because the rules just kind of made sense, and that's the way it was. I really think I'm this one I definitely did backwards. Somebody in a previous episode though wanted to see the hidey holes that were the other way. So I'm just abiding by that request. And we will continue our strict conversation in the morning. It's so abrupt. It's so abrupt when you wake up. All right, let's see. I think I was facing the sun, and I believe that's what happens when you face it this way, is you wake up facing the sun instead of the far lands. Aha, got it. I mean, of course I got it. I do this all the time. You're standing? Yes, you are. But yeah, I never felt like my parents were very strict because they just didn't need to be. And one of the big factors of that is like being grounded. Me personally, I can't remember ever having been grounded. And so many of my friends, I remember having like that phase of like, we'll say the middle, the preteens and the teenage years. I remember a lot of being grounded in the handfuls of friends that I did have. It was just like, to me, it was just completely normal that they had that punishment dealt out. But it wasn't until adulthood that I realized we never really had that. That was never really a thing for us. It's an interesting dynamic. I mean, there's other ways of strictness too. Like, it doesn't just have to be punishment. You might think of strictness as in like curfews and whatnot. And that's, I guess I could see them being more strict than others as far as that stuff. The biggest factor there was early driving age is when they seem to be the most protective, and I would say borderline obsessive about making sure, we checked in whenever we got somewhere. It was the dawn of the cell phone age, so I guess they had the ability to do that. Like, they could clearly know and tell when we had gotten home and whatnot, or gotten to our destination. Luckily for them, I don't really like to go anywhere. So, other than like when I was going to college, yeah, I didn't really drive many places, and not until after college did I really drive anywhere to any great distances. Hi. I know I'm looking for pigs. I know. Minecraft's playing me a sad tune due to the drought of the pigs. Just thank you for that question. It's an interesting topic. It really is. And that's one that I would certainly really like to have, maybe other people's opinions of. Maybe we can have a guest on a future episode to do an episode of Farlands or Bust that could also answer that question. because I would be curious of the answer of that one. What's down here? Probably lava, so I should just keep walking. Just keep walking. As if that's the entire point of a series like this. All right, I think you remember early Nervous Kurt? I think I'm over it. I think after 704 episodes, I think I got this down now. I'm in my groove. Just gonna go ahead and record another like 704 right now. Get right to those far lands. I haven't really seen much crazy terrain as I see some terrain loading in the distance. I would like that. Would like some crazy terrain. Not to say that, there won't be, future opportunities for me to see the terrain, because I record this all the time. Yes, I'm gonna keep up this stick the whole time. Not lava. Okay, everything's fine. Everything's fine. It's mildly interesting. I wouldn't say it's like crazy terrain. There's one thing I notice in beta terrain versus modern. It's usually the case that the terrain changes real subtly, and then just the craziness happens, and the mountains spike up out of the ground. Whereas in modern generation, it seems like things are just a little bit too predictable. Like, okay, well, I can obviously see that this biome is ending, and I bet you there's a new biome coming up. Oh, look, the grass turned a light gray. I bet you there's gonna be a extreme hills biome soon. Or I guess it's just called mountains now, I think. I think that's the case. I don't know. Not that I, play modern Minecraft in any real sense. Minecraft. Oh, I already have a boat. I don't need to make a boat. Well, let's boat. Wolfie's ready to boat. Oh, gotta watch the one deep water. Always watching the one deep water. Even like this. I don't know, it seems a little bit more sporadic. Like if this was modern Minecraft, there would be a swamp here, and then it would be swamplands into hi, thank you for not breaking my boat, into roofed forest. I don't know. Maybe it's just nostalgia. Woof. It's a pretty expansive ocean for this version. Boy, I can really see why I clearly started taking questions to have Q&A for a series like this. Wolfie? Wolfie. Wolfie. He's fine. He's fine. There he is. Yep. See? Told you. I told you he was fine. You were worried, weren't you? Don't you know that I've always had Wolfie's care and consideration at the very tip of my brain for the last 7 years? Sure, I'm going to say 7 years. I don't really know off the top of my head. What year is it? Oh, hi. Guess it's 2018. You might say that I'm playing Minecraft in 2018. Still no pigs. Still no pigs. Is it getting to be nighttime? It is. Oh, red mushrooms. Well, I'm sorry, Wolfie. I really did want to get your health back up before the end of the episode so that, when I start the next episode, there wouldn't be any strange low health situation for anybody involved, and I wouldn't notice that anything was different or not the norm. But the pigs, they were not here. I hear you. Oh, there you are. You're lagging behind. Lagging behind. Do I really want to make another boat? not quite time to dig in, and that's kind of a unique looking little island there. I think we can just walk over there. That's something I do, right? Is I just walk from island to island. I don't boat over every little pass of water. You see, I have short-term memory loss. I don't remember my own habits. That's what it is. That's obviously what it is. This was not the correct way to go. I have done nothing but delay progress right now. I should have just stopped, to be honest. Get out of the water. You should be very clean after today. You have spent most of your time today in the Water Wolfie. Water Wolfie. A new character. What if, oh wow, that thought just crossed my mind. What if there had been dolphins in Beta 173? We could have had Wolfie and Water Wolfie. This is how my brain works. As I'm sure you know after 704 episodes, obviously. Woof. Yeah, we can cross this. That looks like a cool place to make our end of the episode hidey hole as we hear a cave or a spawner under the water. But this ain't Minecraft bingo. We don't need to go searching for spawners. I do think spawners were more prevalent in this version. Somewhere down the line, spawners got turned down. Right, this looks like the spot. No pigs. I thought this looked like it was going to be the field of pigs. But it was not. It is getting dark rapidly. Does it get dark faster? I swear it gets dark faster. Versus, you know, all the time. Because obviously I do this all the time. Oh, that's a cave there. Okay. You just sit right there. And we're just gonna dig in. Oh, that looks good. Oh, that's not great at all. Well, you know, I'm a builder. Everyone knows that I take pride in my Farlands or Bust builds. Oh, it's dark in here. That's not right. That's right. All right. 1, 2, 3. This is actually 1 too deep. Oh, we're really gonna throw off me in the next episode because we're gonna make it a side entrance. A side entrance hidey hole. And how about 2 torches? Yeah, 2 torches is good. Do we? Yes, we have a workbench. Go ahead and make 3 beds, as we do. To which we can't click and drag our items across. Perhaps the greatest feature ever added to Minecraft. There we go. Use our sword to break the workbench. For max efficiency. Place the bed. And say, thank you, as always, for watching Farlands or Bust. My name is Conodger, and I will see you next time. No! Badness! Ow! You've hurt. Why you hurt? This was not ideal. So there was a super cool feature in previous versions of Minecraft where if your hidey hole was if your bed was too close to a spawnable area, that you would just spawn a zombie. So how do we fix this problem? I guess I dig down. I think I'm too close to the surface, perhaps? Perhaps that's the case. I also totally remembered the fact that in this version... Oh look, there's coal there. See, I was helping the coal situation. Yep, this was all planned. Everything that's happening here was planned. Uh-huh. Maybe there just wasn't enough torches? This is very interesting. do I have? I have a bunch of wheat. Just, make sure that we're topped off on health so that nobody suspects anything. Oh, there we go. Me. I don't want to suspect that I injured myself on this episode. And hopefully this is better. Yes, I'm gonna keep up this stick the whole time.